Episode 43, Right and Wrong, Part 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is so baller. If you're watching this video right here, why? Go watch the episode. I'm telling you, you need to go see it. Honestly, Mappa is doing... The animators, that is. The animators under the studio are doing great. They're doing great. They're holding out. But no, in all honesty, the episode is awesome. You guys have to go see it if you haven't seen it. In this video, there will be no spoilers. It is spoiler free. I will not talk about the manga at all, but I want to, but I won't. So yeah, there is your warning. We all good? Now, I'm not going to be too particular on how I structure this video. I'm not going to go in all professional. I'm going to the episode enters in with Yuji going after Mahito. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to talk about my favorite parts. Talk about a lot of the cinematic shots and camera work they're doing with literal animation. It's absolutely beautiful. The soundtrack coming in at certain points. Oh man, they just are hitting all of this on the nail, and that is no pun intended because of Nobara's technique. But opening up the whole episode or whatever, we're getting right back into the action with Yuji fighting Mahito, and then of course it's revealed that Nobara is fighting his clone, his double, and it is just so sick because how her technique works with the whole resonance, and it makes it hit the real target, or like, I forgot. It's something with the... I don't know the technique. I'm exposing myself right now. But whatever her technique is, it makes it resonate with the first person or the original. All right. Don't come at me. I'm a real Jujutsu Kaisen fan. No, but in all honesty, it was super sick that she knew that technique would work on Mahito when she started to figure out that he was the double, and just... the mind games, the talking, the trash talk, her running on the what is it called? Like the balcony. Oh, beautiful. They did it so good. Like I love it. And Mahito, Menace, man. It is what I like from the manga to anime translated version that I enjoy so much is they're doing a great way of displaying time. I keep talking about this, but when you're reading through a manga, right? Or a book or a story, anything, you're reading it at your pace, right? So some of the events, unless strictly detailed, right? Strictly like you're kind of like, I don't know if anyone has ever noticed this about reading books or like story books or whatever, action driven books, whatever it may be, comics, that the speed is somewhat displayed panel to panel, but your mind is also placing in how fast these fights are happening. But when you read a manga or comic or whatever, they also kind of give the little increments like, oh, they're fighting at light speed, a nice lisp. But you know what I'm talking about. So it's almost like when you see it come to animation, you're realizing how fast these events are happening. And for some reason, when I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen, it felt like slow to me. So it, like, not slow, but my mind was kind of breaking it down slow for some reason. And when I knew this scene was coming, spoilers for those who have not watched the episode, Nobara's cooked. She's dead. She got the ending. And I love how in the intro of the what is that? Because I started stuttering myself because I was gonna say, okay, spoilers over, but you would have to, like, you're just gonna have to find out. But I like how in the intro, how certain animes kind of show what's coming, foreshadow in the whole intro song of the show or of the anime. They showed Nobara holding her eye, and I knew exactly what that was referencing because I read the manga. But just seeing it here, how Mahito's slick ass ran from her in battle and then got to Yuji and him and swapped positions, and then that ending was just chilling, bro. The way they knew they did it so crazy, man. That little subtle on her face, that little subtle, and then walked off. She was just knew the whole fight to avoid his hands, everything. Oh my gosh. And they did the shot similar to when Mahito was standing behind Nanami, and then Nanami looked over at Yuji. Mahito, like, bro, it gave so much perspective of how fast back to back Yuji was just getting traumatized. Like, I realized it in the manga, but no, this was back to back, bro. People just dying right in front of him. Like, see, and this is where I like where the story's going now, because for anime only people, I'm just letting you know right now, this is kind of where Yuji's character starts getting even more depth. For me, I didn't really mess with Yuji as a protagonist. Yuta was kind of like my dude, but I didn't really mess with him as a protagonist yet. He's got to grow on you, but we're certainly getting into the point where it's growing on me, at least, and where I think in the story it starts to finally grow on people, him as a character, because, you know, they build him as like he's a goat. He's got a power, obviously. Oh, but you know, he's landed the Black Flash more. There's obviously something special about him. But now we're getting into the parts of the story where it's going to actually start revealing things, and I'm like, thank goodness. But getting back to Nobara hitting the whole resonance technique and finding the real, by the way, rest in peace, Nobara, finding the real person, like the real Mahito, when he got hit by that ability, and oh my gosh, Yuji gave him the hands of a lifetime. That was such beautiful choreography. Oh my gosh, the animation did it so much justice. Him just like Mahito coming back, snapping back, and then it cut to Yuji just coming in with that punch. Boom, rocked him, just started rocking him. Then it just cut to the scene with Yuji moving his feet, getting his footing right, and just going right back in the kicks, the oh my gosh. And then it cut to Yuji grabbing this dude by his jacket or shirt shit, and then the lower side, and just slamming him against that pillar, and just, oh my gosh, You know, I know that a lot of older animes and stuff have set like the groundwork and the inspiration for a lot of things to come after it, you know, like Naruto, this, that. One Piece fights, you know, are more like power oriented. So is Dragon Ball Z, but it's like the hand-to-hand combat, the dope fighting, you know. But Dragon Ball Z is so like, okay, I'm not going to be one of these power scaling geeks out here, but what I mean is basically like when you're watching Dragon Ball Z in some of the fights, they don't hit me such as more. I feel okay. This is going to be a kind of like an interesting take. Like a lot of the choreography that Gege put in Jujutsu Kaisen is like inspired by, well, a lot of these animes is inspired by real martial arts, but in Jujutsu Kaisen you really see it, like, and the animation is doing it justice. Not like the JoJo super fast punches like Maharaga and Sukuna, but even when they were first like blocking the punches and stuff, there was like some in there with certain blocks, but just the choreography of the movements and the way they, like, it looks so fluid, and it's like, you know, like Ip Man, it's like it's so beautifully done. And then if you like go frame by frame, something that my boy pointed out is when Yuji punches Mahito in the neck and he hits him with his two knuckles, like the detail, like he's like boom, and that's just, it's just like the detail is so amazing. And then, like, you know, Yuji having this inner monologue about just all of what he's seeing and what's going on, and you really, it's like they are making you really feel the weight of every single one of his punches. You feel absolutely the kicks, the punches, the slam against the pillar, the running up to Mahito, the everything. It's just like they did so well in making you feel those scenes, especially Nobara's death. They did well in that too. I'm gonna get back to that, but it's like unmatched compared to why I was bringing up Dragon Ball Z and the older ones. Is like when you watch Dragon Ball Z, they're damn near fighting faster than light. They're just like, they're super fast. You see them pop up over here, pop over here, and then that's it. But in Jujutsu Kaisen, you're seeing them box. You're seeing full on MMA. They're getting the hands. They're in there. Ooh, you feel that you see the swings, the punches like rev up. You're seeing everything, and that is just, to me, it's just goated. In Naruto, I would say you see a lot of the hand-to-hand combat too. It's a little rough around the edges, but again, even in that, they're fighting really fast, and it almost feels like in Jujutsu Kaisen they are fighting fast. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if like Gojo's like freaking FTL. I don't know. Here we go with all the scaling again, but I know they're fighting fast. But the way the animation displays them fighting at certain points where they really want to emphasize the hand-to-hand combat, they're banging, bro. Like, and just Mappa's animation for the animators under Mappa's just display of this is just, it's something else. It's literally, to me, not like a lot of stuff that's out, to be fair. Like, I mean, to me, that's like just like it's like walking through an art gallery. It's just like the art gallery of movement, bro. I just love it. And nothing has ever captured me. Again, people were saying like same with Demon Slayer, the animation carried Demon Slayer in the story, but no, I think the simplistic story of Demon Slayer is really good too. But talking about the animation, they understand that fluidity too, with just like, digging the feet into the ground, really pulling up the power from the earth before they make a strike, things like that. Like the movements, it's just so fluid, and it's like they really improved upon what has come before them in the past. That's why I am so hype for the Infinity Castle arc in Demon Slayer when that gets animated. But for Jujutsu Kaisen, when the rest gets animated, like, I don't want to say anything because I said no spoilers, but when the culling game starts and all of that starts, that animation, I'm ready. I'm ready for the fights to come in this because, people start coming back, let's just say. Man, but I cannot wait to see how the animation unfolds going forward from here. And honestly, it's been a treat, and it just really feels like in the collective consciousness of all the Jujutsu Kaisen fans, the animation is literally come manifest of all those thoughts. It's just beautiful. And I don't have any more to say. It's golden. I guess the last thing I'll touch on was Nobara's scene. Very, very, very sad. Like going like her whole life flashed before her eyes, and they did the scene so well. I didn't do a video for Nanami's scene or the episode with Nanami really, but again, in that too, it was so beautiful how they did, like, it's just they hit it, man. They hit it. Like, just going through Nobara's story, and it's just like, she just like the chair falling over when she was a kid, like looking, telling the other girl Fumi that I'm sorry I couldn't keep the promise of all of us meeting up again, and then them showing the other girl like working in the office talking about I wonder how those two girls are doing, or I think she said I wonder how Nobara is doing, because she took a close like liking to me, like saw me as an older sister, which she intended, and it was just like the last thing Nobara said to the girl was, Fumi, her friend, was, I hope we all three of us meet again, and that shit was just crazy. And then just the icing on the pretty shitty cake was her telling Yuji, let everyone know that life wasn't that bad. And then I was like, wow. And that too, when that I almost missed that. We're gonna end it on an epic note. Was when Mahito touched her face and Yuji came behind and rocked him against the wall. That was so beautiful and so fat. It was just, I'm done. I can't wait. I'm really excited to see the new pages come out in the manga, because Gege's cooking up. I think from what I've heard, there's a break next week. I don't know, but nonetheless, man, Jujutsu Kaisen is just, I feel like, I don't know. I can't really say it's underrated. I feel like it's one of the greatest. If you understand like a lot, you can understand it in a lot of things, but I feel like the way Gege did the spiritual comparison sort of power system, you know, because it's all, at the end of the day, it's all chakra, it's all whatever you want to call it, it's all the chakras, it's all energy, it's all metaphysical powers, right? And I love that how Jujutsu Kaisen nailed the whole energy system, the whole power system that's in the show, and how it's unique for each character, curse techniques. It's cool to me. Anyways, thank you for sitting through all my rambling. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Man, I'm really wondering how many people out there are truly real and they realize this world is a simulation, a test against the souls that are awakened. I don't know. Anyway. Hey, there's nothing more for you here. This is the end of the video. Now, you can either subscribe, or you can leave, or you can stay and subscribe, or this will be the last time we meet, or maybe not. Maybe we're meeting again. Maybe you just decided to let the video play all the way through. Maybe I don't want to think about that. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out of here.